Hey guys, it's Joel from Joel Reviews here to review Star Wars Battlefront 2 from EA. Now, if you remember, 13 long years ago, Star Wars Battlefront from Pandemic came out. And I remember it because I was a little kid back then. You had to get the Star Wars original trilogy box set, and the only way you could play the demo was having the original Xbox. You slipped the disc in, and you started playing the indoor mission, and you were the rebels, and you had to defeat the Empire by destroying the bunker. It was so cool. You'd never seen a Star Wars game this cool. I mean, you were a soldier fighting a huge battle. You just didn't see that stuff happen. So when the game actually launched, it was awesome. That was amazing. Then Star Wars Battlefront 2 came out and was equally awesome, but was better because it had spaceship battles. And then EA, 2 years ago, came out with Star Wars Battlefront. And boy, was that a mess. I bought it when it was $60, and I only played it for 2 days. The entire thing was an online multiplayer experience. There was not really a single player experience. So when they announced Star Wars Battlefront 2 this year, they're like, hey guys, the big feature's here. It's what all of you wanted. A Star Wars single player experience, a story mode. Is that what we wanted? Is this game worth it? Let's find out. Star Wars Battlefront 2 from EA. Well, I was in the beta a couple months ago, and I kind of enjoyed the multiplayer a little bit. This was really before we figured out the loot boxes was pay to win. So I was super excited. And then the game released. And that was a different story. The single player experience, the single player story mode, is awesome. The story has a good flow from episode 6 into episode 7. The main character's interesting. But that's how it starts out. Interesting. You care about the main character at the beginning. You care about her companions in the beginning. And then the last third of the game, you start playing other characters. And you keep playing other characters. And the story gets convoluted because you're not playing as the character you want to. You're playing as extra side characters. And then the game ends on a cliffhanger. And so I'm glad EA is going to give us free DLC. But does that mean they're going to give us a single player expansion so we know more of the story? Or did it just end? That's a big question because the story is very interesting and it's one that a Star Wars fan is going to love. Everybody else, it's forgettable. That's a problem because you're making this game and the other Star Wars Battlefronts, everybody could enjoy it, not just Star Wars fans. EA's interpretation 2 years ago was a different story. If you weren't a Star Wars fan, there was not much there for you. This time around, the single-player story should be something that everybody can enjoy. But unless you're a hard Star Wars fan, it's forgettable. Then the multiplayer. Boy, could you start out on the most rocky mess. The first 3 days of Star Wars Battlefront 2 being live, it was a pay-to-win situation. The person that had the most money had the best characters, so their score was the best. For all of us that just want to play a game and not add more money to a full game price, we were out of luck. Which is a huge, huge, huge problem. And so all the fans reacted. EA decides, Alright, fine. You guys win. We're going to make it free, so all you have to do is earn credits by playing. And boy, did they mess that up. Because it's, again, not fair. It's broken, and it doesn't work like it was intended to. And EA has said that they might add microtransactions back in, which would also mean pay to win. We didn't win, guys. We did not win at all with any of the multiplayer. It's atrocious. It doesn't work the way it was supposed to. And EA lied to us about the game. So, the multiplayer experience isn't fun. I gave up after a little bit. I couldn't keep playing. And then EA was like, oh yeah, you're going to have this full-fledged single-player experience. Do we? You have story mode. And then you have battles. But what's missing from the battles? Well, one, the AI's not that great. So it's kind of boring. But you're also missing ship battles. Why can I not do single player ship battles except for story mode? Man, again, EA lied. Maybe they're going to patch it up. Maybe they're going to include it later. Maybe this game is going to be better, so when I make this video in a couple weeks, this video will have been nonsense because I made this when the game first came out. That's a problem. You shouldn't have to wait for it to get better. It should come out great, and it didn't. And it's hard to review this kind of game because it's made for an online multiplayer experience that's pay to win. But they changed it, and now it doesn't even work. It's very broken. It doesn't work. People are lucky, and so they have high characters. Other people are not lucky, and they don't. So when you get on the battlefield, it's not fun. I'm very disappointed, EA. I should not have to say this about Star Wars. Star Wars should be the best of the best. What happened to the Jedi Knights? What happened to Knights of the Old Republic? What happened to Battlefront? What happened to The Force Unleashed 3? Like, why aren't you continuing a series that needs to be continued instead of messing up Star Wars games? Disney, you made a mistake by giving it to EA. EA is nothing like they used to be, and they've ruined another Star Wars games. That's 2 flops on their hands. 2! This game, I should review with 2 different groups in mind. I was thinking that for Star Wars fans, it's a 6 out of 10 because the story mode is actually interesting. Something that ties together Star Wars Episode 6 through 7. But in reality, it's not a fun game. So I'm going to grade this with 1 scale, not 2, like I originally intended. I want to give this game a 4 out of 10. If you want to experience it, be my guest. The story mode has an enticing story, but it gets convoluted towards the end. If you're going to go out and buy it, wait a couple months till it's $20, then you might want to try it. But don't buy it now. Don't! And let's see EA reap the benefit of the doubt that they're going to fail because this game is not good. I'm so disappointed. I don't want to be saying this kind of stuff about a Star Wars game. Alright, guys. Well, like and subscribe. I will be doing the entire Star Wars saga from now until Episode 8 comes out. I will review Episode 1 through 7 and also Rogue One and tell you how I thought about each and every movie. And I cannot wait to see you on the next Joel Reviews.